You're listening to Daily Horoscope for your zodiac sign with Stephanie Campos. I'm your host, Stephanie Campos, and I am a practicing astrologer, psychic medium, and witch. In each daily episode, I covered a detailed overview of the astrology of the day and what you can expect from full moons to Mercury retrogrades. I've got you covered. And of course, there is always a personalized horoscope for your zodiac sign. If you scroll down in the show notes, there are always timestamps included for your convenience. And a quick pro tip before we dive in, I do recommend listening to your horoscope based on your rising sign for more accuracy. And if you are loving this podcast, don't be shy, leave a rating. Hell, even a review. I'm a one human show and produce each and every episode every day just for you. And your support means so much. Now let's get into the astrology of the day. This is your daily horoscope for Saturday, December 6th, 2025. We only have one aspect in the sky today. That is Mercury in Scorpio forming a trine with Jupiter in Cancer. This is taking place at 5 a.m. It's taking place at 24 degrees. So if you have any planets or placements around 24 degrees of the water signs, you're going to feel the sweetness of this the most intensely. Mercury is a planet of information, communication. Jupiter is this planet of support and growth and luck even. And when these two planets come together, this is very supportive energy for learning new things, for working on anything that involves your skills or communication, writing, speaking, podcasting, for studying something and really absorbing the information, for learning lucky news, for brainstorming collaborative work, for healing conversations. Look, this energy is cute, okay? And it's going to bring us back to October 24th and November 22nd. Why those dates, you may ask? Well, because Mercury's been retrograde, right? And it is retrograde no longer. So it is retracing those steps from the past few months, the past few weeks, and this is the final pass. So whatever was taking place on the 24th and the 22nd, this is now that final chapter. And maybe there was an idea or something you've started to do or take action on, and you're finally starting to see the results. In general, this is a great day for connection, for healing, for getting involved with your local community and giving back. You don't have to give back through financial resources if that is tight right now. You can volunteer some of your time, some of your skills. You never know who might need you to make an Excel sheet, or if you make really delicious meals, maybe you can deliver those to people on the front lines or the admins of an organization that you really care about. There's all types of ways to get involved, and we all have unique skills and gifts for this beautiful reason to come together and share them with one another. So get creative, get involved, and also work with your intuition today. These two planets are meeting in water signs, which is that intuitive realm, the emotional realm. It's great for meaningful exchanges and interactions with others, but also for connecting with your guides, your ancestors, and doing divination work. Aries, when Mercury in Scorpio forms a trine with Jupiter in Cancer, this brings a deep sense of healing, support, and emotional security and gratitude. This could look like a deep and meaningful conversation with a roommate, with a lover, or a family member. And this can bring a sense of security, like you are able to open up, share vulnerably, and have conversations that ultimately can feel healing. This energy also heightens your intuition. You are definitely going to want to pay attention to your dreams, the signs and symbols that show up throughout your day. And it is also possible that there is some sort of financial security or development that takes place today that feels lucky and brings a sense of hope. If you are into doing magic and divination, this is also lovely energy to work with to call in whatever you desire. Taurus, when Mercury in Scorpio forms a trine with Jupiter in Cancer, This is great for having meaningful conversations with other people in your life. So this could look like a deep and emotional conversation with a lover or a family member, or even a coworker or a boss, maybe opening up so someone sees a new side of yourself and has a deeper understanding of who you are. This could also look like a contract or even an idea that feels transformational. Maybe there is a new project on the horizon, or you get a new client, and it brings a sense of security or hope or gratitude as well. You have a way with words today, so don't be afraid to ask for what you desire, and know that collaborating with others can bring a little extra luck. Gemini, when Mercury in Scorpio forms a trine with Jupiter in Cancer, this can bring lucky news regarding your everyday life, your habits, or even work. Maybe there is a raise, a promotion, maybe you get to work from home, maybe you're launching a side business or launching a product of your own. There's just a little bit more flow and support when it comes to your finances and your professional life. Now, this could also look like positive shifts in your daily routines and your habits. Maybe you finally make a change regarding a certain habit you've wanted to cut out, and you feel like you're in a flow and having success with the new structure of your life. This energy is also so lovely for slowing down, focusing on your well-being so you can recharge and show up and show the world your best self. Cancer, you are one of the main characters when Jupiter in your sign forms a trine with Mercury in Scorpio. And this is going to bring lucky news your way, exciting news your way. Maybe you learn something about a creative goal or a personal goal, or maybe you take a creative risk. You share some of your gifts, your talents online or with your friends, or you send a pitch to someone and they say yes. There is this element of luck and hearing the yes you were hoping for. This energy is also great for romance, for feeling inspired, and for just taking risks in general. So put yourself out there and take up some space. Leo, when Mercury in Scorpio forms a trine with Jupiter in Cancer, this can bring a deep sense of healing and grounding. Maybe you learn something that feels supportive, or it brings a deep sense of emotional support or fulfillment. You are also relying on your instinct and intuition today. There is a lot that you can pick up from your dreams and even your surrounding environment. So pay attention to those signs, symbols, and messages that show up when you least expect it. This could also look like focusing on healing work, having a big cry, but experiencing a cathartic and healing release in the process. It's also possible there is some sort of development that brings a deeper sense of security, whether that has to do with an emotional relationship with a friend, a roommate, or a family member, or even some sort of financial development as well. Virgo, when Mercury in Scorpio forms a trine with Jupiter in Cancer, this brings lucky and supportive news your way. This is a great time to send an important email, to send a pitch, to apply for a job, to take action on some of your ideas, to reach out to people in your network to seek support or even guidance for some of your long-term goals or dreams. There is some sort of supportive and exciting and hopeful development regarding your hopes and dreams for the future. Now, this energy is also very social and fun. So you could be surrounded by friends, loved ones, and there is just this deep sense of community and belonging today as well. Libra, when Mercury in Scorpio forms a trine with Jupiter in Cancer, this brings some exciting news your way. Maybe you learn about a promotion or a new job offer, or you hear back from a job you applied for. There is some sort of positive development with your finances or relationship with emotional security as well. So if it's not work related, it could look like also receiving a compliment or a feedback that makes you feel like you're in alignment with your life path and the goals you've set for yourself. Maybe you have a conversation that leaves you feeling hopeful or inspired or in alignment. This energy is also great for making important decisions about your life path and direction based on your intuition. Scorpio, you are one of the main characters when Mercury in your sign forms a trine with Jupiter in Cancer. And this is going to bring lucky and hopeful news your way. This could be the yes you were hoping for. This could be the courage to show up and take up space and take action on that idea, to make progress on a personal goal, to have a deep and meaningful conversation with a loved one, or even to sign up for a class or book travel or chase that sense of adventure and excitement that you've been craving. In general, conversations go smoothly, so this is really a great time to put your ideas, beliefs, and feelings out there. Sagittarius, when Mercury in Scorpio forms a trine with Jupiter in Cancer, this can be a day where you are so plugged into the collective unconscious and your intuition. You'll really want to slow down and pay attention to the signs and symbols, especially if you're seeking guidance. Your ancestors, your spirit team, they are screaming at you. They're sending you messages through your dreams and in your waking life. This is also a great day for healing, processing some of the feelings you've ignored, and in that process, creating new space for new opportunities, new connections that are more in alignment to find you. There might also be some sort of exciting development regarding your finances going on behind the scenes. Maybe there is a contract offer on the way, or maybe you are paying down some debt and just feeling a sense of relief. Capricorn, when Mercury in Scorpio forms a trine with Jupiter in Cancer, this is a great day for collaboration, for sharing some of your hopes and dreams for the future with other people. That could look like an important person at a company who has the influence and power to help bring about some of your goals or dreams. That could look like pitching a brand. That could look like attending a networking event. But collaboration is key, and brainstorming with others can lead to new lucky opportunities. There is also this element of social energy at play. Maybe you're connecting with friends, you receive some sort of invitation to an event, maybe you make a new friend. There is just this sense of fun and curiosity, and conversations with others are also very supportive and smooth sailing. So take a risk and don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Aquarius, when Mercury in Scorpio forms a trine with Jupiter in Cancer, this brings a sense of support to your overall life direction and your day-to-day life and your routine and your habits. So maybe you finally changed your routine, you kicked a bad habit, and you're starting to see it all pay off as you get closer and closer towards a long-term goal, or your life is moving in the direction of what you are calling in. This could also look like receiving feedback or compliments or recognition from an authority figure, whether that's a boss or a coworker or even a loved one or a family member. Conversations go smoothly. There's a ton of productivity in the air. And this could also bring positive developments at work, whether it's a raise or hearing back from a job you applied for. Pisces, when Mercury in Scorpio forms a trine with Jupiter in Cancer, you are full of creativity and passion. This is a great day to leverage your talents, your gifts, and to use them to stand up for what you believe in. So whether that's making a post on social media or coming up with a creative project to pursue something that matters to you, you have all sorts of ideas, and this is your invitation to act on them. You might also want to take a hobby a little bit more seriously. Maybe you're ready to sign up for a class or an online workshop. Your mind is more curious than normal, and you're also gaining more attention for your voice and your perspective. So this is an important time to show up and take risks. The energy is also romantic and playful. So maybe you're going on a first date. Maybe you meet someone who you have a great collaborative or creative relationship with. You might also hear that yes you've been hoping for, and there's just a little bit extra luck in the air. So take advantage of it. As always, I hope your daily horoscope has offered some guidance and support throughout your day. And if you can't get enough of this podcast and want more horoscopes, I invite you to join me over on Patreon, where every Sunday you gain instant access to 7 episodes of your daily horoscope for the week ahead. a weekly psychic reading, a monthly tarot spread, and a monthly meetup, which ranges from group tarot readings to group mediumship readings and circles to ask me anything about your personal birth chart. These group monthly meetups have been a real highlight over the past few months, and I am enjoying them so much. There is a link in the show notes to join. It is only $10 a month, and I hope to see you there. As always, I'm sending you love, protection, and blessings in every single dimension. Thanks so much, and see you tomorrow.